for The View, America. The show that changed the way the world watches daytime TV is hitting a landmark 4,000 shows, and we're ready to party. We're checking out the most outrageous, unforgettable, and embarrassing moments. The historic visits, controversial hot topics, and all the reasons why no other show even comes close. And how clearly do our co-hosts really see The View? They're squaring off with super fans for a trivia showdown. Plus, how many times has Barbara gushed about Elizabeth Moss and Mad Men?
I loved Mad Men. Mad Men.
She's here to raise a glass and talk about taking center stage to make some history of her own. This is The View with Whoopi, Nicole Wallace, Rosie Perez, and two ladies who were there from day one, Barbara Walters and Joy Behar. It all starts now.
To The View, y'all. Welcome to The View. I saw that.
Because we began this show together.
I know.
And there were many people who said that it would ruin our careers, and it has.
We're celebrating with two of the original co-hosts. Please welcome back, as you already have, the fabulous Barbara Walters and amazing Joy Behar. Barbara, you were saying that you just said that, you know, you started this 18 years ago. Did you actually think it would last this long?
Well, what happened was that we put the show on in August when there were fewer viewers because we didn't think we were going to make it, so why make a big deal out of it? And the president of ABC News, who was really a genius, a man whose opinion I respected so, named Rue Knowledge, said you should not do this show. This show will ruin your reputation
as a newswoman.
As a newswoman. And I really was afraid that it was, because we wanted it to be funny and newsy. And, you know, we never thought that it was going to last and have all these, you should excuse me.
Knockoffs?
I was going to say copycats. But it's a great compliment. And a great compliment.
I have to say, though, the show was going to be, we were going to be canceled because of Barbara, we were not. Because of her clout as a major legend.
At ABC News.
Yeah, they kept the show on the air, and we didn't even have all of the, as they call them, the O&Os or something. No. They didn't even pick us up.
Didn't you guys right on the phone? Didn't you call everybody?
I did.
Didn't you call every network?
How'd that conversation go?
Well, I called the head of our Philadelphia station, who's now the head of our New York station, and I called him so many times, Dave Davis, and I called the head of the Boston station, that when I could hear the assistant saying, "It's Barbara Walters," I could say,
Oh, tell the truth, Bobby, you slept with all of them.
Yes, I did. And that's why the ratings were so low. But good girl.
Barbara, can I ask you, because the format is one that
You're not going to ask me about my sex life the way she does.
Only Joy gets to do that. But the format had been trotted out in political settings before, but never in what you envisioned, the combination of news and entertainment. How did the format come together?
Well, I really based it. Do you remember the wonderful David Brinkley?
Of course.
At the end of his news, they used to do a round table in which people just sat and talked, unscripted. And I thought that was terrific. There was also a show with a great lady at that time, Virginia Graham. And she, you remember Whoopi?
Yes, yes.
She just had people sitting around and talking. Nobody had done that. Everything was scripted. Who know if you were going to make a mistake? And we do. So that was so new. It doesn't seem new today, but it was then.
But you had a concept also about different women, different generations.
This is how the show began. I had an idea for a show. different women of different generations, and then I said maybe too different. Yeah.
And different points of view.
Right, and the fact that you were going to have just women, that it wasn't going to be the man's show, and that you could say anything and argue.
And we had political discussions.
We had some very serious political discussions.
Oh, yeah.
We had very serious guests. We had the president.
We were part of the zeitgeist, as they say.
We had Barack Obama.
And speaking of that, was it difficult for you to get celebrities in the beginning?
In the beginning. Tom Selleck was on. Michael J. Fox was on.
Yeah.
We were very... Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas, yeah.
You know, came on with us. Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone.
But it wasn't, the show wasn't about the guests. It was about the women at the table.
In the beginning, the hot topic for 5 minutes. And then the hot topics got to be longer and longer, and the hot topics are really what defined the show.
Yes.
And that's why I'm so proud of you, because I really mean that, because not everybody can just walk out and sit down like you, my darling Whoopi, and Nicole, and all of you. And talk about anything.
Well, I always say, you know, I had hit a very awkward stumbling block in my life and career, and I got a phone call saying, hey, would you like to come and do the job? I was like, yes, thank you, because I needed a job. I couldn't get arrested, and I just, you know, I'd made 100 movies, and you know, had been through some crazy stuff, but you gave me an opportunity, and it changed my life, because people then realized that actually I have some thoughts in my head on occasion, and I just, you know, I thank you for it, because it wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened without you.
That was one of my smarter moves to ask you to come on the show. And I found a letter from you. Didn't I send you a copy of that?
No.
So I found a letter from you written 100 years ago that said, if you could ever use me in this plaintive voice, which is not, I think maybe I could contribute something.
Well, I figured I had a friend, you know.
When are you going to start doing that, Whoopi?
Contributing?
You know,
I've grown lazy.
This show has been on, we've been on a long time. At one point, after about the 14th year, I said to Barbara, we're going to get old on this show. And she said to me, we're going to get old anyway.
But you know, the show never ever gets old. When I worked in the White House as White House communications director...
Oh, I'd love to be able to say that.
I would turn it on.
In the White House.
You've been in the White House more than I have, Ms. Walters. But when I worked in the White House, I would sometimes turn on the beginning, and if you were talking about a political debate, I would have my ammunition, and I would stride down to the Oval Office and say, this is such a big deal, they are talking about it on The View. And I was armed with evidence that everybody was talking about it.
Wow.
I mean, in politics, what got discussed at this table always, to me, was a clear signal of what everyone was talking about and the way they were talking about it.
That's true. And you know, when President Obama came on the show, and that was a very big deal, a sitting president on a daytime show, and he said the reason he did was because he thought it important that he watch some show that his wife watches.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you think that was the highlight for you?
That's not the truth. That wasn't the whole truth, though, Barbara, because he knew that his constituents out there wanted to see him, and he wanted them to vote for him. This is a good audience for Obama.
That's for every politician. For every
Let me ask you this. Was President Obama the highlight for you, or no?
The highlight for me was Saturday Night Live, when they made fun of us.
That was when you knew the show had hit.
That's right. That's right. You know, I think they had a man playing you.
Always a man. Someday, maybe a woman will play.
Yeah, they had a man playing you.
Yeah, but that's Tracy Morgan playing Star. That was Star Jones. But I always have a man playing me, too.
Yeah, you do, too.
Does it make you wonder, am I or am I not?
A lot of people are wondering that about a lot of people.
You know,
it's the story of the day.
Before the show, we gave our audience T-shirts to celebrate the 4,000th show. And they're also going to go home. You know, one of the things that people always wanted from this show, people would always say, can we have a mug? Can we have a mug? Well, y'all are getting the 4,000th mug. To mark the occasion. But you notice there's nobody's face on it. Hey, we'll be right back with one of Barbara's favorites, Mad Men star Elizabeth Moss. There's no way.
The View, congrats on your 4,000 show. We think you're so
beautiful.
Shake it, shake it.
Mad Men. Okay, I love that show, and I watch it all the time. I love it. Yeah, well, I do repeat myself, don't I?
I love it, too.
My undying love for that show has made Mad Men and its star, 6-time Emmy nominee, Elizabeth Moss. It's been well documented because I talk about it year after year after year. Now Elizabeth Moss is in the latest production of the classic play, The Heidi Chronicles, on Broadway. I saw it the other night. I went backstage to give her a hug. She is adorable. I can give her another hug now. Please welcome Elizabeth Moss. Don't you think? Yeah. So, the Heidi Chronicles, I saw it years ago, and it's still relevant today. It's still about... Will you tell us what's relevant today?
Yeah, I mean, it's anyone who's ever struggled with the idea of having it all, and when do you make choices, and what do you do with your life as a woman? I mean, this is a play for us. And it's also a play for a woman of any age, you know? I mean, I'm 32, and I very much identify with the issues in it. But I've had people who have lived through that time identify with it. I've seen, girls in school, in college come and be like, oh my God, I love it. I never knew how to say that, you know?
Isn't it amazing that we're still struggling with,
I know.
At this point, can you have a career and a private life and a marriage and children?
I know. It's kind of a good and a bad thing that it's still relevant.
Yeah.
I think that there have been a lot of great strides. I think that things definitely have changed, and for the better in a lot of ways. I think, until women make the same amount of money as men, it's still going to be...
Getting closer. It's getting better. Yeah. I understand that you have quite a view from your dressing room at the Heidi Chronicle.
Yeah.
What's the view that you have?
I have a very intimidating view of Dame Helen Mirren across this. This is the view from my window. And
that is scary.
And
she's in a play, too.
Yeah,
it's terrifying and inspiring at the same time. And I lie down and I try to take a nap, and she just stares at me. We're crossing. There's no way you're as good as me, darling. Oh, I have these before I forget. The producers are handing these out in the spirit of We Are All Heidi's.
I love it.
And the relevancy of the play. So I'm giving these for you.
Thank you. I have to ask about Peggy, because we have watched her grow from a secretary to...
You're our biggest
fan.
I'm the second biggest.
Okay,
I love it, too.
So now she's a big deal. Now she's an ad executive, and she's grown, but is she going to have a happy ending? Is she going to, have a child or adopt a child? Or...
All of those things. She's going to have one, adopt one. No. Obviously I can't tell you.
But isn't this the last season?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I will say that I was very surprised by her ending, and I was really, really happy.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And I did not see it coming and couldn't imagine it happening any other way.
So I watch this. We DVR this. And sometimes I will cheat and watch it and then lie to my husband and say, I have no idea what's going to happen. But we have someone who made a video for you, and you have to see it. One of your co-stars in the Heidi Chronicles, Jason Biggs, who's so hilarious and so adorable, was here, and he recorded this message for you, which is so funny.
He's cute.
Wow, Elizabeth Moss. I'm such a fan. So cool that you're on their 4,000th show. I'm a friend of The View. I've been on quite a few times. I was just on last week, in fact. I'm kind of bummed they didn't wait to have me on for the 4,000th show, but I'm sure the 3,968th show was also special. So anyway, whatever.
Someone sounds a little bitter.
I think he's a little bitter.
I'll take it up with him tonight when I see him.
I hope he's okay. Now, one of the things that we all love about Mad Men is how authentic it is and all the props. I think Don Draper's bar cart is going to the Smithsonian today. And you've stolen or borrowed or acquired, I don't know what the right word is.
Stolen, I think is probably the proper word. I actually brought this for Barbara. And when I brought it, I realized that now I'm outing myself as a thief because I straight up stole this and didn't
ask for permission. Well, that's okay, because Barbara used to steal things from the White House every time she visited.
Oh, me too.
Fantastic. Great. Then you'll like this. This is a Sterling Cooper Draper Price notepad for your
that's
desk.
nice.
Oh, wow.
And I can judge people if they don't recognize what this is. I never see them again.
That's right. I'm with you.
Oh, nice.
Exactly.
Thank you, darling. Our thanks to the wonderful Elizabeth Moss. You can catch the Heidi Chronicles at the Music Box Theater in New York City. And Mad Men comes back to AMC April 5th. We will be right back.
Think you know more about The View than our co-hosts do? See how you stack up against...
To all my friends at The View, it's Nick Cannon here, wishing you a happy 4,000th episode. Congratulations.
You've been watching, but have you been paying attention? Let's review!
Now it's time to have some fun with a game show to celebrate 4,000 shows.
And there's no way we could do it without our very own host with the most.
He's been here more than any other guest.
And he's a man we call the fifth Beatle of The View. Give it up for Mario Cantor!
Thank you very much. Thank you for that well-deserved build-up. You know, there have been so many historic moments in 4,000 shows of The View. So right now, Whoopi, Barbara, and Joy are pairing off with some of our biggest fans to find out who's really been paying attention in a game called Let's Review. All right, these are the rules. These are the rules. We're going to ask you a series of trivia questions about moments from the show, and with each correct answer, you get a letter on your front board.
Okay.
When the word view is spelled out, you win. Understood? Do you understand that? Okay, before we get started, no, you both can bang the... Don't ask questions! We didn't have enough rehearsal as it is! Okay, but before we get started, let's meet our super fans. Here, right here, we have Malik Henry. Malik, you are not a 48-year-old woman. You're a young man, and he is a super fan. Why are you a super fan?
My grandmother and I have been watching for over a decade together, and I'm very excited to be here.
I'm as old as The View. You're as old as The View.
I am.
When were you born?
1996.
Nobody was born in 1996! And we also have, with Barbara over here, a lovely super fan, Michelle Walker Davis. Three names. I assume she went to Yale. Michelle, why are you a super fan?
Because I've been watching The View for over 17 years. I am The View, and The View is me.
We're gonna win, Barbara. The View is within her. She carries The View around within her spirit all day.
Yeah.
And on Team Joy, we have superfan Carol Copperstone. Carol. And why are you a superfan with your Copperstone tan?
I'm a super huge fan because I've been watching the show since 1997 when I was pregnant with my first son.
Oh, and I remember when I yelled, "Push, Carol!" and you had the baby.
Fan, as you are my family now. Go Team Bayhawk!
Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, let's review. Nicole, kick it off with the question.
Okay, this is a good one. You ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Which guest caused two co-hosts to walk off the set? Was it? No, wait for the question.
We know the answer.
We know. Whoopi,
So do I. I got a light.
Bill O'Reilly caused him to walk off.
You are correct. You get a letter. You get a V. Okay, let's look at the
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
Oh my God! Wow! You knew the only one I knew.
Might be the only time you see that happen.
That was amazing. I love reliving that moment. It was like Tallulah Bankhead and Betty Dapp. You don't look pregnant. All right, Rosie, next question. Next.
Which co-host crashed a vehicle during a segment on The View? Was it...
Malik?
Barbara Walters.
Okay, you get it. You get it. That is very good.
we go.
Just be careful and oh my God! Now we gotta go. You're doing great. Let me help. Let me help.
Oh, Barbara.
That wasn't Barbara.
No, that's okay. That's hilarious. Can you hear? You speak.
This one's for you. You ready?
Barbara, that was hilarious. I can't wait to go parking with you.
Yes. Joy.
Go ahead.
Who was? Press it now. Go. Who was the only co-host to get a foot? They needed help. Who was the only co-host to get a foot massage from Joy Behar?
From Matthew McConaughey.
You know, this is so chaotic. My head is blowing off. All right. Next question.
Okay. Everyone's listening?
Yeah.
Which guest dropped their pants live on the air? Was it?
Yes.
Gooding.
Cuba Gooding Good. No, it was not.
Oh, the one in the middle.
Yes.
What's his name?
From the
one in the middle.
From the Goldbergs. She said it. It's the guy from the Goldbergs. It was Jeff Garland. You remember? And I'm lying. My microphone's growing. Okay, next.
Okay. Which two co-hosts worked the stripper pole? Was it?
Whoa!
You got it first, Malik.
I got it.
Yeah.
Joy and I.
Who worked?
Joy. No. Joy.
Joy and I.
Let's move on. We don't have time. Go ahead.
Okay, which guest shook their butt in a thong on The View?
Cuban Gooding Jr.
Malik, you got it, and that's the W. From shop.com, and to our runners-ups, you're not going home empty-handed. You've won a shop.com gift bag worth over $450. It includes gift cards from shop.com and ProFlowers, $100 worth of groceries from Shop Groceries, an SAS cupcake, personal creation champagne glasses, New serum, Motives Cosmetics, and a bracelet from Caroline, New York. That's a lot, and the tip of the side. Okay, we have one more surprise. Members of our studio audience, they are also going home with a shop.com gift bag. You're all getting one.
So what does a time warp through 4,000 shows that made daytime TV look like? Get ready to hold on tight. Next.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Congratulations, ladies, on 4,000 episodes. Not that any of you have been there for 4,000 episodes. In fact, the truth is the only one who's even been around for more than 200 episodes is Whoopi. So I'm only congratulating her. Congratulations, Whoopi. Sorry, Rosie and the other person. You'll get there. But you have to earn it.
You know, The View has been on a very long, strange trip over the past 4,000 shows, Barbara, and here are just a few of the moments we'll never forget. Take a look. Hello, and welcome to The View, y'all.
I've always wanted to do a show with women of different generations.
This is the first day of our brand new show called The View.
I'm on fire.
We are officially starting our second season. We have picked our co-host, Lisa Lee.
Just be careful and oh no!
fight.
Why is such one
Want to bring out your instruments?
Excuse me, Barbara?
Excuse me.
Making me nervous. I don't know. Purse your lips.
Oh,
Like that. Good. That's what your anus looks like.
One thing that people don't know about both Joy and me, we are great.
We're lesbian lovers.
Always. Wait a minute, I understand you're going gay.
What's your name again?
Justin Bieber.
Here are men. So we're gonna get a real man up in here.
Hello, my sweet beaches.
I don't get it, so what?
Oh my God! Show me sad. You know how to twerk.
I twerk in my heart. Any candidate worth their salt should not be afraid to come on this show. Well, I've met you before. You've always been very charming.
The press is easy. You guys are tough.
Fist bump, please. Oh, yeah. Right. Are you scared to be alone with us? You brought your wife. For the second time since he's been in office, President Barack Obama is back on The View. Today is so fun. Making her final walkout as co-host of The View, the woman who hired everyone at this table. The amazing Barbara Walter.
I want to thank you for being a pioneer in everything that that word means.
Hello, and welcome to the newer View. This is what happens to old hoes.
Okay, this is for the game.
Why aren't you running?
It's my butt. It's mine. I love you too.
With any luck, we will try to continue to bring honor to what you started. This is the show you created. We're here because of you.
So I had this idea for a show.
There you go.
Still here.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Tim Gunn.
And I'm Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
Congratulations to you on 4,000 episodes. It's amazing.
4,000 shows. Congrats.
You made it work.
Hey, Mario Cantona is so much more than our go-to game show host, and there's no way we could ever celebrate 4,000 shows without a man who has made so many of them unforgettable. Please welcome back the one and only Mario Cantona. So, darling, the first appearance was on March 25th, 1999.
1999, yeah. And Joy was on the show. We were good friends. She brought me in, and then Barbara and Bill embraced me, and I've been on ever since. And I remember that after the third appearance, I talked about the Golden Globes just because it was on the night before. So I ended up doing all these award show skewerings, and then I was a co-host, and then I did commercials, and then I had sex with Barbara Joy and Star and all of them.
And the rest is herstory.
And the rest is herstory. It was a lot of things.
The sex was no good. That's not why you're not on more often.
I know. I apologize. It usually never happens that way.
Mario's husband is here today.
Yeah, my husband.
Sorry.
So what are your favorite moments?
My favorite moments, well, can we show this clip of one of my favorite moments when I was talking about summer blockbuster movies to all of you girls? Let's show it.
Johnny Depp was trapped in a coffin for, I don't know, 200, 300
years. Yeah, they
years.
should have kept this movie in a coffin for 200 years. What movie is this? Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Dark
What about
Shadows! Oh my God! I just love her.
Okay, Battleship. Yes. Battleship.
Battleship,
right?
okay.
I love the game.
Battleship is good. You women screwed me up so much today. I'm throwing these cards. I cannot. I'm good. Battleship! Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Because, you know, getting a word in edgewise with you bitches, it's very difficult.
What do you mean you can't get a word in edgewise? What are you talking about?
You managed just fine, thank you.
I did manage just fine. My other favorite moment was I got to announce my wedding on this show, which was pretty great, too. And I have a little surprise for you ladies. I was going to buy you all something, but I'm the only gay person that hates shopping, so go sit your asses down and let me...